Well, it is Thursday, September 2nd, Labor Day weekend 2021. Can you guys believe it? It is already Labor Day. It's going to be probably way past that when you see this video. Yes, I'm standing in front of a gate. I am on Eagle Lake Road, and this is as far as you can go down that road. Just up here, up the road here, a little ways is a spot to park. And I am just unloading the canoe and the backpack. Just over here, where you see the sunlight cut across the road, is the portage that crosses the road. It looks like it's about half of a 1K, so I've got about 500 meters to portage into Little Eagle. And if you go the other way, it takes you into Z's Lake, I believe it is, towards Whitewater. I'm heading to Little Eagle. I'm hoping to camp there tonight. There are 2 campsites. I came a little bit earlier because I thought I might have to portage or travel to Eagle Lake to camp. Because I was like, well, it's an access lake, but there is a 500-meter portage, and as you can see, there's nobody here. So I'm hoping that the campsite on Little Eagle is open. I can just stay there tonight, have my dinner, get myself settled, get into my trip mode, and then tomorrow morning head to Eagle. I'm going to be going towards Turner, Barter, Isbister, Serdivan, down through a lake called Lynx Lake, which I thought was appropriate for this year since I saw lynx on one of my trips in Temagami this year, and then back up through Turner, through Eagle, and then back down through Little Eagle and back out here. Just a loop I made up 3 days ago. I did do a bunch of research on it, but I had about 4 other routes planned all summer, and then at the beginning of the week I changed my mind. Anyways, I am going to get the canoe off the car, get it down there by the portage, bring my stuff over there, and then go park the car and get started. I'm excited to get to camp and check out this route and see what this area is like. There's the portage, and I'm going to take the backpack first. I've learned my lesson in this lovely area of Temagami to know better. Alright, it's 10 to 3. I've got the pack on my back. You can already see there's a branch in the way, so nobody's been here probably today. Who knows when that went down? It could have been today, it could have been a week ago. Very narrow trail, but visible. Cute little creek here. I've got my water socks on and my sandals, so I'm ready for wet. And hopefully this isn't too long or too crazy. I feel kind of like when I did the Twinkle Lake Loop, I started out like this, logging road and portage through half the road. Somebody was just asking me about that route this morning, actually. Lots of swamp in here. Might be, looks like it might be a lot wetter here in the spring by all the logs and stuff thrown on the trail to kind of help people. Just getting over this little tree down. I'm assuming I'm going this way. There was a nice new Friends of Temagami portage sign on the tree. Newish, not sure how new. I have no idea where this trail is going. Just kind of stops here. Oh boy, this is a mess. Looking for axe blazes, trail marker, anything. Okay, I gotta put the phone down so I can find out where I'm supposed to be going here. Just kind of trail clearly goes here and nothing. I'm assuming I gotta walk through this, which is fine. I just want to know where to go. You know, it's gonna be a good trip when 10 minutes in, I'm already lost. No sign of a trail anywhere. Just went through a big swamp up to my knees in water, and I was bending some of these grasses so that I could find my way back, and I cut my hand. It's not bad, it just looks bad, but my whole hand was just covered in blood, and when I looked down I was like, oh shit. Yeah, okay. Okay, I gotta figure out what's going on here. Well, here I was assuming the worst, that I had to go through all this somehow. If you look here where I came in, I just went all the way back to almost the beginning. Here's the trail, and I just walked here, opening, right? But if you look, there's a trail right here. Oh, okay. I looked up and I could see that there was like a clearing on the right, and I knew the trail was on the right. So just went back to almost the start, and now I've got it, and I should be good. Lots of bushes and tree branches in my face, but as long as I can see a trail, I am a happy girl. Oh, I'm already here. That wasn't even 10 minutes. Well, it was about 20 with me getting lost, but with the canoe it won't be long. Oh, we're here already. Thank God. This is great. Okay. Hopefully one of the campsites is open. And, oh, this is nice. I just got to go get the canoe. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Little Eagle Lake in Temagami. Wow, beautiful. This is a very overgrown portage. Here, I'll flip it around. Not bad though. Pretty awesome now. Considering what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was slogging through this with no trail. Now I'm like almost running back to the canoe. I'm so excited. When the trail gets brighter, it means you're almost at the end. Usually. So I checked my clock on my phone after I filmed that video when I got to the canoe. It only took me 4 minutes. This probably took me 5. So it's not even 500 meters. It's probably more like 3 or 250. Okay, we're here. I'm just gonna paddle over to the campsite there. There's 2. This one has the sun across from it, so I'll probably stay at that one right there. Right there where the canoe is pointing. So I did bring my fishing rod on this trip. I do have a lot of portages, but because of the amount of days, they're broken up pretty nicely. And I should get to camp early every day, hopefully. So I set up another bungee system, like I have for a bunch of stuff in my canoe. I'll put a link to the video in here so you guys can check it out if you haven't seen it. So there's just a couple of bungee ropes that I tied here, and now the fishing rod will just stay attached to the canoe until I use it, and then just keep it there. I used to stick it in the side of my backpack here, but then when I went to pick it up and put it down, it was always in the way, and I was afraid it was going to get broken. I was out on a trip with someone who broke theirs doing that, so I just thought it's easy. I don't have to worry about it. It's here if I want it, and if I don't, then that's fine too. All right, I'm just paddling over to the campsite. Just a little photo shoot on the beach there. It was a great spot. Lighting was perfect. Here's the campsite on the right. That's pretty much right next to the portage. I mean, it's not on the portage, but it's a good enough distance away. It's not like someone's going to be coming walking on the site. And there's supposed to be another one right across from it. There's the canoe, and probably just put the tent here, but this is rock, which is fine, so no big deal. Oh, it's not. It's dirt, but it's actually not as hard. There's a tree root there. There is also another spot up here, which will make me the queen of the castle. It's a pretty nice looking spot right there for the tent. And curious if there's a privy. I don't see any little blue signs, but doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I'm still looking for the privy, but if I find it, I'll let you know. I'm gonna grab my pack and set up my tent and get myself situated here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day here in Temagami. It's 4 o'clock. Got a whole bunch of wood processed. Probably gonna make about double of that because it is gonna be cooler nights and I have time, so why not? But I haven't even taken my backpack out of the boat yet or set up my tent or anything. I just kind of I was looking for the privy and then I kept finding wood, so I was like, well, I might as well just process it. I have to do it sooner or later, so might as well get her done. Anyway, I'm gonna grab my pack and set up my tent. It is absolutely gorgeous in the sunshine. You need to get out of that shady spot there. I can process wood later when it gets cool and dark. It gets dark now at like 8:15 or something, 8:30, so the nights will be even shorter now for me. So here's the privy that I'm working on. It's way back in behind where my tent is, where I'm gonna put the tent. And have this one log. I'm gonna sit on this, and I've just put 2 smaller logs. I'm just kind of starting it, but what I'm gonna do is just put maybe jam some rocks or some sticks in there so that it doesn't roll. And then this is usually really soft in between 2 trees. It's mossy, so what I'm gonna do is just dig a square, lift it up, put it aside, dig a deep hole, as deep as I can make it. And then I can just kind of hang my butt over that and kind of sit down a little bit and have a beautiful view of the forest. I was just setting up my chair, and I had to take a moment to look at this beautiful tree. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it's probably so old. And people have like put axe marks in it. I don't know why, but I just had to stop everything I was doing and give it like a really big long hug. Can you imagine all the things this tree has been through and all the things it's seen? All the storms, all the winters and summers and sunny days, and all the people it's seen sitting by this campfire enjoying this beautiful area. It's just amazing. It's a good sized tree right there. Well, it's about 4:45, and I think I've done all the things. My tent is set up over there on that spot up top, the princess spot. I got my hammock set up. I debated if I was going to set it up or not, and I was like, it takes like 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes to set it up and take it down. So I found this great spot right in the sunshine. The sun's probably going to go down like right over here, so I can just lay here and read my book. There's a crazy wind right now. You can hear it, I'm sure. And it's funny because there weren't high winds forecast for today, so just goes to show you, you never know what's going to happen here. It is so nice out, besides the wind, and the wind is fine too. There's no bugs, the sun is shining, there's no one out here. Well, it's 5:40. Wasn't too difficult to start a fire. Lots of dry wood around, still have quite a bit, so I should be good. You're welcome to my previous campers. I'm burning your garbage for you. I set up the rocks so that I can put the grill on and put my pork chop on as soon as the fire dies down a little bit. And all I have to do is boil a little tiny bit of water for my mashed potatoes, and throw the snow peas on the fire for a few minutes in a little bit of water to steam them, and that should be it. So it's going to be the pork chop that's going to take the time. I know they take a while, but I actually found some really thin ones at the grocery store, so I'm hoping that it'll cook a lot faster. Well, it's about 10 to 6. I got a fire going. I'm going to throw the pork chop on now. I was hungry. It's going to take a bit for the pork chop to cook, so I just made myself a little snack here. I just have some Melba toast and some 2-year-old cheddar, and I'm just going to snack on this as an appetizer while I'm waiting for my pork chop to cook. I've already put the pot of water on the fire to start that heating up, and I just need a little bit of boiling water to mix with my mashed potato mix. Here's my dinner pack for tonight. So I have half a package of mashed potato mix. Usually I just sprinkle as much powder as I want in there, and then I just add water accordingly. And I got snow peas on the other side, and then the pork chop's still on a big block of ice. Unfortunately, I didn't bring anything to drink as far as pops go, which makes me sad because I have some ice and it'd be really nice to have a nice beverage. But I did have room, but I was so happy with my weight being so far down. Like, my big pack weighs 5 pounds less than normal, and I'm pretty sure the Bear Vault does too. It wasn't like overflowing or anything. I just finished my cheese and crackers. I've got my mashed potato mix in the cup. I can't tell you what kind it was because it was only half a package. but it was roasted garlic and Parmesan cheese. My pork chop is actually cooking pretty good here. It's got a nice fire under it. It's a good distance away, so it's not burning it. And I think it will be done soon. Oh, these smell so good. My head's probably cut off. There aren't a lot of flat spots on this campsite, I'm finding. Made a little too much, but yeah, that's good. Okay, just gonna throw my snow peas in real quick. Boom. Well, that is a pretty good looking dinner, I have to say. Still cloudy, still windy, but pleasant enough. It's not like freezing or anything like that. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy this, and this, and this, but mostly this. I finished my delicious dinner and just threw a few more pieces of wood on the fire and got it going again. Yeah, I have a Dolly Rancher. I just wanted a little something something, so I was sitting here. I was just about to make a video. My tent is over there, and I hear the squirrel. He's been running around over there. He's making a lot of noise. I look back and he's like sitting on the front of my tent, like where the black part is, where it says Eureka. He's like climbing up the side of my tent. I was like, excuse me. So I had a little word with him. I think we're straight now. Hopefully we don't have any more incidents, because if it does that in the middle of the night, I'm gonna freak out. Whenever I cook anything on my grill, I always leave it on the fire for like a good hour and make sure that all the food bits and everything burn off. I also use like a small piece of foil and just kind of crumple it up in a little ball and then just rub it along the all the different little parts of the grill, just to make sure all the bits of food and stuff are off. I'm just sitting here by this super low maintenance fire, just looking over my maps and my route and trying to figure out where I want to go tomorrow, how far I'm going to go, how far I need to go. I think I kind of set the goals a little higher than I needed to, trying to see if there's ways to spread it out, but it's so hard because sometimes you're going like 2 and 3 lakes and there's no campsite, so you just have to keep going. And then a lot of the lakes have just one campsite, so if someone else is there already and I plan on stopping there, and you know, if I don't, I have another like 1,500 meters in portages and I've already done like 1,500, then I'm going to be pretty tired. So I'm just trying to make sure that I have enough room to do what I need to do and make sure that I have a site everywhere that I go. I'm just kind of sitting here and it's so nice to sit beside the fire and the cool air, and I haven't heard any loons yet. I would really like to hear one. I think I just saw something stick its head out of the water, but maybe not. I'm just sitting here by the fire and I'm thinking of the portages tomorrow. I'm curious what they're going to be like. I've done so many crazy portages in Temagami, and every trip seems to have different challenges, and I'm curious to see what the challenges will be on this trip and what the portages are going to be like. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Oh, it's 8:30 and guess what I'm doing? Me and this campfire are just hanging out. Still no loons, no owls, no strange animal sounds. Super, super quiet here. Just the way I like it. I would like to hear a few animals, but that's okay. I'll survive. I'm probably going to sit out here for another hour or so and then make my way to the tent. I just came down to the water to do a tobacco offering. I was going to do one earlier and I just didn't have the time, so it's actually only like 8:45 or something, but it's like pretty much dark almost. The sky is pretty gross looking still. I'm not sure if it's going to rain or not, but I'm going to do this and then I'm going to go back up and put out the fire and probably head into the tent. Coming to you live from my sleeping bag. Here I am. It's about 9:30. Time's going so slow, which is awesome. I just went through my route again. I recalculated a bunch of portages. I'm trying to figure out if I should go to Turner tomorrow, if I should just keep going to Barter. The difference is 2,400 meters as opposed to 1,800 meters. I think it would set me up a little better for the rest of the trip, but it doesn't really matter. At the end there, I'm just going to end up at Turner no matter what. I don't know what these portages are like, right? You know, can I do 6 portages and they're like 400s and 500s, 100s, whatever? Are they decent, or is it going to be like a 200-meter like Bridalveil Falls? Obviously not that, but you know, something that's I'm gonna get lost, or it's gonna take me like an hour to do instead of 15 minutes. You don't know. We'll just see. We'll just see what happens. Good night. Good morning. It is 6:15 on Friday, September 3rd. It's pretty dark and gloomy out here. I got up around 4 to go to the privy, and there were a few stars out, but there were also clouds. And it actually feels like it's spitting a little bit. There's nothing in the water, it's just like glass, but with my headlamp on I can see mist falling. I'm going to boil up some water to make my oatmeal and start packing up my stuff. Alright, it is 7:15. I'm all packed up. It's still very dreary looking out. It's kind of foggy, it's not raining. I don't know if you could hear that, but I just heard my first loon call of the trip. Not a sound here last night. No squirrels, chipmunks, owls, nothing. So quiet. So I'm making my way to Eagle. I'm going to be heading towards Turner and then hopefully making it to Barter. It's about 2,400 meters to Barter and about 1,800 meters to Turner. I would like to make it to Barter to kind of give me a little bit of jump on the rest of the trip. And we'll see how it goes. Alright, it is 7:20 and I am on the water. Excited to see what the day is going to bring and what I'm going to see today. Oh, I'm just approaching my first liftover. It doesn't look like it's much of anything. The water is very low here, but obviously with the high water levels it's much better than it probably normally is. Looks like in behind it might go around. I'm gonna look. I got 2 options. That one or this one. I think this one's probably easier. Pull up and right over. In the back. That was fairly easy and painless. Nice job. Found another spot where I could potentially put a tent if you had to, you know, if you got stuck. So I like that. I'm hoping that the area continues to have places like that just in case I do get stuck. On the camera it just looks like they're gone, but there's actually a tree line above there, and it's all like clouded and fogged up. It's pretty neat. Can you hear it? It's pretty cool. I've got a 60-meter portage coming up and then a 300-meter. It's so quiet out here. It's like almost eerie. There are no birds chirping, no loons calling, no chipmunks or squirrels making their little sounds, no fish jumping. It's just eerily quiet. Alright, just looking for this little 60 meter. Should be coming up soon. Here it is, and it looks pretty good. There's a sign, but it's like buried inside the tree there. I'm taking the paddle and the yoke with me. Just gonna carry the canoe as is with the small backpack. I have the big backpack and the water bottles and the yoke and the paddle. So, yes, it's very steep, but there are also steps next to the tree roots. So, shouldn't be too bad. And it's only small, 60 meters. Done. It only took me 10 minutes. It's 10 after 8. Got a little bit of paddling to do, and then I have another lift over. This one looks a little bit more serious on the map than the other one was. That was my leftover, but it's not anything on the map. It's probably new construction by the Beaver Construction Company. New build. Oh, the fog is lifting a little bit. It's not as damp out, but I can still feel the mist in the air. I'm thinking maybe the sun might come out at some point. It's supposed to be nice today and tomorrow. There were only 2 nice days on the trip, and it was today and tomorrow, so I'm hoping that still happens. Maybe when I go around this corner, I'm hoping the water doesn't just like close off. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Okay, I guess these are my leftovers. Here. Alright, time to get out, kids. There we go. Oh, I turned my phone on. Poopy poop. This isn't bad at all. Having flashbacks of Alyssa Creek, but thinking it's way better. That's it. High water level, it's still too low. Keep crossing because it's really deep in the middle, and I really don't want to have water up to my waist because it's kind of chilly. The water is. that's it. Here. And we made it. Wasn't too bad. I'd rather have it all at once like that. But it looks like there might be some more shallow sections ahead. I was wrong. It's still too shallow. Tried to paddle. It was like, no. Okay. That was like the easiest pull through I've ever done. Easy to walk on. No slippery rocks. No sucky muck. Beautiful. You have to pull the canoe through that shallow water. I think that's the best I could have asked for. Alright, I've made it to what I believe is the 300-meter portage. There's a bunch of flagging tape here. There's the guy camped over there just beside the creek. And he stuck his head out and asked if it goes through, and I said, I believe so. Yeah, there's a trail there. Alright, I'm gonna grab my backpack and off I go. So far it's a fairly clear trail. A little bit of a uphill at the start, but not as steep as the last one was. And just making my way through with the pack. Really nice trail here. A little bit overgrown, but that's a Temagami thing. And very easy to find it so far. Alright, I don't know if that's a 300 meter, but I see water. There's a couple of obstacles in the way. Otherwise I could just put the boat in here, but I see like some big logs at the end. I just have to lift over it. It's just easier to walk the extra, whatever, 50 meters and get into the water. There's no issue. Yeah, great portage. Really good. Here's my little put-in. That's cute. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Eagle Lake. Look at the beautiful landscape. It's gorgeous. I'm gonna go back and get the canoe and off I go. I'm just being extra aware right now. I just saw some fresh bear poo. Fresh-ish. I can't say a day, but it's fairly fresh. I'd say within a couple of days or a week. So this is really pretty here. Okay. Going to get the canoe. Off we go. Just one small obstacle on the portage. Just gonna have to like squat when I take the canoe under there and should be fine. Not too serious. Just finished the portage. There is a loon here on Eagle Lake calling, which is nice. It's a beautiful lake. I'm going to make my way through towards the portage into Turner. Yeah, take a look around here. There's only one campsite on Eagle, and I really wanted to, like coming early yesterday, I really wanted to get to this lake, which I easily could have by the looks of it now. But I didn't know if anyone would be here. I don't know how busy this area is. I just figured since there was a campsite and it was open and it was a nice one that I should just take it, so I did. Well, it is 9 o'clock and I'm just getting my first glimpse of the sun. It is fighting through the fog and coming out. Also right here is the campsite that is on Eagle, and it actually has a campsite sign on it. My campsite did not. So according to the map and from the stuff I read on Ottertooth, there is a lookout. Wow, something just splashed really big over there. I don't know what it was. I just caught the tail end, haha. There's not a trail, but you can just scramble up the side of the the rock face, I guess, and there's a really nice view actually of the area I'm doing. This is really beautiful. I think the sun's gonna hinder the view for you guys, but I'll try to show you this the side of this rock face. It's gorgeous. Well, it's 20 after 9 and I've just spotted the portage, I believe, that goes into Kurt. And then there's another small, I think it's 200 meter that goes into Turner. Everything that I'm doing this morning up until Turner, I will have to do on probably Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday whenever I come out. I have to go back this way, back to Little Eagle to get to my car. According to my map and my GPS, I am exactly at the portage, and that makes me happy. 1,300 meters, I'm not looking forward to this one. I'm going to be looking forward to having it done. I think it's the biggest portage of the trip, although there are a couple of spots in the route where there's like 2 500 meters back to back, like fairly close to each other, but I think this is the biggest one of the trip, so. Nice. It's pretty, I like that. Alright, up we go, it looks like. Oh, the sun continues to press through the clouds and the fog. Seems to be slowly succeeding. Just pulled up the canoe to the side here just in case someone comes, because you never know. And I'm going to make my way through this portage. Hopefully it's nice. It looks lovely so far. I mean, it's a little uphill, but so what? It looks like a nice trail. I guess we'll see how it goes. Oh, look at the size of that mushroom. It's pretty big. 5-6 inches wide. I do remember seeing somewhere when I was researching this trip that there was a bit of a swamp in the middle of the portage, which I believe this is where I'm at now. Been walking for about 10 minutes. Trail is pretty good. There's a couple of gnarly spots where some trees have fallen and stuff, but nothing major. It's just like kind of thick and closed in. And now we have this. Oh, this is like going for a swim here. Wow, that looks deep too. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna put my phone away for this, although I'm sure it would be comical for you to watch. All right, this is a no-go. I put a bunch of logs down there. There's a beaver dam close by. I threw some sticks in. I started walking across. It's really, really deep and it's sucky muck. I have to bring the canoe through here. I'm like, how am I gonna bring the canoe through here? I'm like, duh, it's a canoe. So I'm gonna put my pack down right here. I'm gonna go back and get the canoe. I'm gonna put my stuff in the canoe and paddle it through the swamp and to the other part, and then just continue on the trail. Well, it's 10 o'clock. Time is flying now. I'm back at the canoe. It took me almost 15 minutes to get the canoe here. And it's not even halfway through the portage, so I think I'm still going to be here for a while. Just going to throw the backpack in the canoe and paddle over to there, which is where I'm assuming the portage continues, and just take the backpack out and keep going. Oh, there's a nice little video clip of the very, very deep water that I wasn't ready to swim through to get to the other side. I think I'm just going right here. Just gonna grab the backpack and keep heading on my way through here. Got some sustenance with me to have on the way, and back on the portage. Look at this. And it's so deep. Like, you'd think you could just put your foot in there and walk across, but no. Gotta jump. I got little legs. Well, I've been walking for 17 minutes now with the pack, and I see The light at the end of the tunnel. Finally. This is a long portage. Oh, this is really pretty. All right. And we got some rocks now back in the mix. I like rocks. All right. This is nice. Okay, I'm gonna put the pack down and go get the canoe. I'm just leaving Kurt Lake. Like, just leaving. I didn't realize how steep this portage was at the end here. Sometimes when I'm out on these trips, I like have all these mind games going on in my head. Like, right now I'm like, you know, I'm at Turner, almost. I'm at Kurt. I got a 200 meter supposedly, plus, depending on the water levels. And then I'm on Turner. And I'm like, you know, you could just stay on Turner. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, maybe go back Monday and stay on Eagle. Or a little Eagle again. And then you're done. You know. I get these thoughts all the time. And then it's actually my desire to see what's around the corner that keeps me going out here most of the time. I want to see the next lake. I want to see the next portage. I want to see if there's a moose somewhere around the corner. That kind of stuff. Oh, here's the sucky muck section, the first one. This is where I got my foot. Woo! Here we go again. Oh, jeez. Come on, buddy. Gotta pull it out slowly. Or it just keeps sucking you down. I think that's where I got. That's where it was. I'm like, oh, it's fine. I need to walk on the logs. That's where I went down in there. This part's not too bad here. Try to stay up where the grass is. I always think that maybe that means it's a little drier. Isn't too bad. It's different when you have a pack on. It's, 40 pounds extra weight, so it makes you sink more. So there are a lot of really old trees here, which are beautiful. I was going by this one, and remember how I was saying that there weren't any axe blazes? Well, I think there are. They're up there, because that's how long they've been here. This tree has grown and grown and grown in the thousands of years that the Muskego have been here, and I'm not looking up high enough. I noticed this tree on the way through, and I wanted to stop and film it, and I'm like, no, wait until you don't have anything on you, which I did, and yeah, I saw that, and this one too. I wasn't sure if that was a blaze, but there's one on both sides of the tree. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please click the subscribe button. Also click the bell for notifications. If you'd like to get more information on the stuff I use on my trips, please check out my website at CamperChristina.com. Thanks. Bye.